Welcome to Real Estate Riches, where Kathy Byrnes empowers realtors to achieve the success they've always dreamed of. Starting her career at 55, Kathy built a thriving business that offers the freedom of time and financial independence. And now she's sharing her journey to help others do the same. Whether new to the industry or looking to level up, this channel is your hub for proven strategies, inspiring stories, and the tools you need to grow your real estate business. Join Kathy each week to explore global opportunities, successful systems, and expert insights to take your career to the next level. Get comfortable, pick a video, and start learning. Your journey to success starts now.
Hey everyone, it's Kathy Byrnes. It's Real Estate Riches, and I am here with Irina Leca. Okay, I like it. I like it. And I love the background. I was just telling her before we got on. That's her wallpaper. And if you're familiar with Portugal at all, they have incredible blue and white tiles everywhere that are just beautiful. It's a great symbol of Portugal. So, Irina, tell us a little bit about you, girl.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me. First of all, I live in Portugal, but my background, I'm from Romania. So I moved to Portugal 5 years ago, just because we wanted a better quality of life. Like, like the reason why everybody moves here for the sunshine, for a very child-friendly society. Our son was born, so we wanted to raise our kid in a really nice environment, and this country is actually perfect for this. And people are so nice. They are so child friendly. I love it. But actually, my background is not in real estate. I come from, I studied design in the architecture school. So I have this affinity for physical spaces. But then I co-founded a smartwatch startup. So totally different. And I entered in tech. Yeah, so for like 15 years, I was in tech. My startup was sold to Fitbit, and then Fitbit was acquired by Google. So I worked in marketing in Fitbit and Google. And then I came back to entrepreneurship, also in tech. And at some point, not so long ago, I felt, look, maybe I'm tired a bit of tech. It felt like tech became a commodity, like everybody had something similar with what we were selling. So it wasn't like I didn't feel that I'm changing the world anymore,
Yeah.
And I said, I need to do something for myself. I need to start another business. And I've been always in entrepreneurship, so I always liked this. And I saw this opportunity. I saw that in Portugal, of course, there is a huge demand of housing and a low supply. It is still very low supply. So a lot of investors are focusing on renovating old buildings because there are a lot of old buildings, yes. So this is something like a contribution that we are bringing to the market and to the society here, because a lot of old buildings, they cannot be livable. Yeah, so we are renovating and we are re-putting them on the market, which is an amazing thing to do. So I was attracted by this and I started to do my investments. And then I saw this opportunity, like I started to receive so many off-market opportunities as an investor. I started to raise more money from other investors so we can invest together, and getting access to so many opportunities. I said, okay, I need to do something with them. I cannot buy them all. So why not opening my own agency for international investors? And this is where I am today.
Wow, that's quite a transformation. And yet, it's so funny. You talk with your hands like I do too. You move around, and because you're passionate, wouldn't you say? You're passionate about what you're doing. Excuse me. And when you're not doing something you're not passionate about, it doesn't fulfill you. You've got to move on.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I always followed my heart, So, and in this area, I really love what I'm doing. I love working with my clients that are also investors. I also work with expats that are moving here. So I know that we can facilitate the process because it's not easy to move to a new country. So it's something that I love doing. It's always helping people and bringing some value to the society.
Well, one of the things that I've been doing since, because, realtors just kind of grow up in a mindset of, as a real estate agent, you work your territory, you're just finding buyers and sellers, and you're just doing this day after day, year after year. And I joined EXP 7 years ago, and they had a bigger vision. They were a tech company. I'm a techie myself. I love tech. And so when I saw that I could expand my horizons, I really liked it. And I saw that Portugal, which I've always loved Portugal, was one place that I could start to reach out to. And interestingly enough, I did it through LinkedIn, and that's where we met. And what I've been busy doing is gathering a team of high-end professionals that I can refer to, that can help my clients, that we all win. So like, I'm over here in the States, I'm a luxury realtor. I don't just market in my little territory, I market global. So I'm finding people all over the world, and I need partners in different countries. And the reason I'm talking about this, excuse me, I'm just trying to help realtors think bigger. And that's what you're doing. You saw a way to think bigger, to renovate older buildings into beautiful pieces, which is becoming, if you're on YouTube at all and you see these renovations of these big estates, these castles, and there's whole YouTube channels devoted to just the renovation process. And you're doing it there in Portugal, where there's so much beauty in these old buildings and opportunity to create, like you said, homes where there's such a shortage because so many people are moving there. So we need a team. And so you started with the rehabs basically for yourself, right? How did you, for someone who might think of this path, how did you even get contractors? How did you find quality contractors to work with in a country you were new to?
Yeah, I started to network. So basically, I started to infiltrate myself in these groups of investors. I did a lot of trainings. I started to talk with people. Like, you need to talk about what you want to do in order to attract what you need. So I started to talk with a lot of people. I got connection with other realtors that were sending me deals. Contractors started to appear. Like, I have a team from Moldova. I have a team from Romania, because it's affinity from the same background. So so people started to show up when I started to share with the world what I'm doing, what I need, share about my vision. And a lot of partners started to come in, because I never thought about, I will do this just by myself, or I started with this idea, like I had this idea, I will just do these small investments. And then I realized I cannot scale, If I will do one small apartment, I will be focusing on that only, and I will not be able to grow my business. So what I started to do is to network with other people that can do project management, with contractors, with people that can bring deals. Also on the real estate business, the same, So I cannot support clients that are buying in Algarve, for example, but I have people, I have partners there that can support me, because and this is connection building. We need to just build connections. Yes. Exactly what you are doing. Absolutely the same, but I'm doing it in Portugal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. And it is networking. And when you start talking about it, that was a good point right there. When you start talking about it, it's almost like the universe starts bringing it to you, because you're out there. And I think people underestimate LinkedIn. LinkedIn is strong. I mean, it has brought me people from all over the world, and and because of what you're giving, because you have a lot of content on your LinkedIn. So people are reading it and they're saying, hey, I got a good feeling about her. We should talk. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening. And the networking, I've got some great contacts for you. I would love to connect you with that are there. Different contractors that I've gotten to meet, money exchangers, different agents that could partner with you on different projects with developments. That I just think there's a lot of opportunity. And that's what appealed to me when I saw yours. And I just loved your grit. I love grit, especially in women.
And I want to make a mention about LinkedIn, because I come from marketing. Yes, LinkedIn. I noticed that LinkedIn on real estate topics, people, they don't engage that much, but they see you. they still see you, they still notice you, but it's not necessary that they will say, I'm going to invest, so they don't want to show off, they don't want to put themselves out there, but they will
Yes.
contact you privately. So maybe they don't comment, they don't do anything active on your posts, but they will see them and then they will contact you. And this is what happened to me. Like, I think I had like 2 leads only the last 24 hours. And I was like, I was thinking, nobody is actually liking or commenting on my post. But no, they see them.
I got an email from a woman in Turkey, and she said, I see that you're a luxury realtor, you do waterfront properties, and you're global. And we have waterfront properties in Istanbul that we were looking for an Americans, agents that specialize in this type of price point who would have investors over in Istanbul. And we would like to work with you. And I'm like, great. I would like to work with you. and that started a relationship that has snowballed into many other things. And I just think, so she didn't like any of my posts. I had never heard of her before. And just like you said, all of a sudden she popped up. And we have a strong working relationship going on right now, which I just love. So do LinkedIn, people. And so you picked Portugal because you felt it was a friendlier state, the weather, a need?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to leave Romania. I was very happy there. My husband really wanted to move, so we had to compromise. He just wanted to move to a Western European country. I said, no, it needs to have sun. So please, if I need to move from my house, it needs to be a sunny place because I really, I feel addicted to sun, so I really need sun. And we had this opportunity. He was able to move jobs, and this is how we moved. And then we actually discovered it. I didn't know that many things about Portugal. I know that it was very hyped even at that moment, 5 years ago, not so much as it is right now. But for us, it was more of a discovery. I just said, okay, it's great that we have this opportunity. I know that it will be a sunny place, but let's see it, let's discover it. And we fell in love. Yeah.
Yeah. What's not to love, right? What's not to love? I'm coming there in June. I cannot wait. I'm going to a rally down the coastline with 30 other exotic cars and 60 of us. And it's all a surprise at each destination. Your lunch and your dinner, everything's a surprise. I love that.
Amazing. Sounds like a really nice adventure. If you stop by in Lisbon, I would love to invite you for lunch.
Thank you. I'm hoping to be in Lisbon. I know it's down the coastline. I can't remember if we fly into Lisbon or we fly into Porto. My daughter handles all the stuff. So I just follow along. I'm like the duckling. But it'll be great. Do you have any tips for realtors? I mean, you are an independent. So you're a self-motivated, you just take off and you just go figure it out. That's clear. I'm that same kind of person. And so let's speak to that person because they're going to get us the most. So if you were an agent, I don't care where you are in the world, actually, because you had different points that you evaluated as you went along. You talked about the networking. First of all, you came up with an idea. Then you saw that it was too limited for you to actually scale and make some real money. So then you started networking. You started learning more about it. You started to get your people together. So how would you say, do you use ChatGPT? I'm just jumped subjects there a minute.
I do. I use it extensively to help me organize my content. It's really easy. So
yes. Yeah. Well, even this whole plan. I mean, I would put all this into ChatGPT and I would say, based on these key points, how do I start a business in either my own area where I'm at or another area where I could go? Because maybe someone's thinking of moving and they thought, well, maybe I'll just enhance my real estate license. Maybe I'll take it to another level. Because in the States, we have to be licensed. Yeah. I just think ChatGPT is a wonderful tool for that. You just put all those pieces in there and say, draw me up a plan, buddy. Ask me questions, right?
Yeah. It can really work well to craft a plan to develop someone's business. Yes, if you're a realtor and you want to develop and to get to the next level, you can put your objectives there and ask ChatGPT how to do it. Yeah, that will really give some great insights.
I'm doing a class on it next week, and I did a live class on just the beginning, the basics of AI, because so many realtors are not paying attention to this, and it's here, and you better. So anyway, I did a basic class, and it was live, and we did it on a Zoom just so I could have the Zoom TV for the people in the room to be able to see what was on my screen, basically. Mm-hmm. But I had so many people say, hey, do that again, but we got to see it, and I'm in another state, or I'm here, or I'm there. And so I went to ChatGPT, and I said, how could I do live and make it so people out of the area could see it, where they're also seeing me, and I have the microphone right? And I said, do I need to do a webinar? And so I wasn't subscribed for a webinar. So it said, yes, you're going to need to do a webinar. Here's the difference. I said, okay, walk me through the process, because here's the goals. So since then, and this is what I'm working on today, very exciting, I have a Facebook group that I have created that's for teaching agents, just like this is teaching agents tips. And it'll just have more content in there on a regular basis. I have a landing page where I'll invite them, where they can download the whole program of what it's going to be about, but they can follow along, or they can watch the recorded webinar at a later date. The only thing I'm doing there is capturing their email so that I can then stay in touch with them. And so I created the platform of it already, but interestingly enough, it's only been 2.5 weeks since I did the class. But I am updating my whole outline dramatically because things just keep changing. I just keep learning. And that is probably the biggest point. If you're not doing this, you're going to have a heck of a time swimming upstream to figure it all out. And your competition, the ones that are doing it, like me and you, we will be the winners.
Yeah.
And we don't need to win alone.
For me, on top of the ChatGPT ideas and everything, for me, really matters to meet with people and to exchange ideas and to see, like, really, I'm like a sponge. In every meeting that I have, I just, I come up with new ideas, or I see what other people are doing, what is working, what is not working. And I'm like, I can offer this service. I can partner up with this person and so on, So it's like a puzzle that grows and grows. And it comes from human interaction. And actually, if you give value to the other person, will open up and will give value to you back. So, and it's not about, I will keep my secrets.
No.
It's about keep, winning together, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a unique mindset. In the States, how it's always been within a real estate office is that no one shares anything. It's very closed. Years and years been like that. And that's not my style. I didn't even know how to deal with people when I first started doing real estate, because they closed the door. They'd be so secretive. And yet I would be teaching things to every agent in there of technology, and they would take, but they wouldn't give. And so I would hop from one firm to another trying to find who are my people. Mm-hmm. And finally I did. But the point being is we need to be givers.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the best way to really grow in this business, I think. And like you said, network and learn from each other, and find the people that are really your kind of people, that have the integrity, that have the willingness to share and grow together.
Yeah. That I really believe a lot in energies and how we show up in the world, and sometimes if I attract not the right person, I'm like, I think I was in a bad energy, because I attracted that person, or things didn't come up. So I always try to put myself in the highest energy and the highest version of myself to be sure that I'm attracting what I need and what I want, because universe will give back to you what you reflect to it,
Yes. Oh, I so agree with that. So you're very on purpose about it when you go into any networking thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another great tip.
And if I'm going there, I want to give something, and I'm pretty sure that I will receive something very valuable back. So, yeah.
Yes. That is the way it works when that's where your heart and your energy is, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Exactly.
Any other tips you would have for real estate agents thinking bigger like this?
Yeah, I think it's always about the mindset, like it all gets to your mindset, because you can work, but sometimes you feel like it's not bringing any result, or like you are working, you're making so many visits, and then you're not selling, or something
Yeah.
happens. And ultimately, I think it's about educating your mind, like tricking your mind sometimes, like being positive, always thinking about the good result that you want, and not being dragged into the negativity and disappointment and the drama and everything. Yeah, try to put that away and always focus on the positive thing, and always train your mind, and try to do anything that helps you train the mind, because I think that is ultimately the most important thing. You can do anything if your mind is well equipped.
Yes. I'm a big believer in audible books. Are you?
Audio, I'm watching more videos, not audio, but I'm watching more videos and trainings. Yeah, on YouTube, video format, basically. That is my sweet spot.
Oh, that's great. Well, you're more visual. You need to
I'm
see
more
it.
visual.
Yes.
I'm more visual, and I think compared to US lifestyle, I don't drive. Yeah, so I don't have that time to actually listen in the background, because so I can actually watch stuff.
Yes. That makes so much sense to me, because that's where I do it. It's when I drive. It's the only time I do it. If I had to do it at home, I'd be too distracted, but I could sit and watch a video, which I do. And so I do both, because I listen to a lot of Audible, because we're always driving and going from one place to the next. And I love listening to audibles, and I listen to them at 1.5 speed, because I think fast. So do you. You talk fast. I think fast. I need you to be talking fast with me. So you and I are just jiving together perfect, which is great.
Aligned energetically.
Yes. Well, that's great. Well, Irina, thank you so much for being on here today. I really appreciate it. And for our guests, we're going to have all this information so you can reach out to her. She's awesome. She's got lots of ideas. If you're looking to invest in Portugal, she might be your gal. She gets good returns on her projects, and I think she's worth talking to. So we'll have all of that below. And if you like this, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Thanks, everybody. So thanks for joining me on this episode of Real Estate Riches. Wasn't that great? I'm sure you got a nugget or two. I know I did. So if you liked it, please subscribe below, share it with everybody, make some comments. We really find that invaluable. And if you're thinking that you would love to talk about this a little bit more, let's schedule a business strategy call. I'll have the link below. Let's see if we can't mastermind together and see if we can empower each other. That would be great. So until next time, signing off. Hope to see you on the next one.